Hello, Tarun Gupta. Welcome to the channel Kahanis Golden Bytes. Thank you for taking your time to be on the channel, Tarun.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm so pleased.
Thank you again,
Thank you,
Tarun.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Tarun. So, Tarun, for the benefit of our viewers, may I request you to please give a little background about yourself, Tarun, what you're doing currently?
I am into business of electronic security equipments.
Okay.
And stationed living, my life at Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
Basically.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
Wonderful. So, given the line of business that you're talking about, you must, I guess, you have an engineering background.
Absolutely. I do.
And so where did you do your engineering from,
Yeah. I graduated from Delhi College of Engineering.
In Delhi.
That is the college at Kashmiri used to be.
Yes, it's a top college. Extremely hard to get admission.
Yeah, absolutely. It used to be to the top of the line college in the country.
It still is.
It still is in 1980s, and now it is upgraded to Delhi Technological University.
Yeah.
So therefrom, I did my electrical engineering way back in 1985.
85. And then you got into business, is it? You've been into business.
I actually first went into a service. Started my career as an engineer in Thermax, Pune, based at Pune.
Lovely.
And then one to more companies, but working under somebody was never my cup of tea.
I was lucky that I was introduced to you by a common friend.
Yeah.
And that, brings, that got me talking to you. And that's why, I invited you here. You were kind enough to come here. And that, brings me to the question that you possess a certain love for something. You have a love for something. And what is that, Tarun, that I'm, alluding to? What am I trying to hint at? What is that love for?
Yeah, I have, I would rather say the first love of my life. Why first love? Because I fell in love with this, quality, this talent in me at the age of around 10. Wow. I realized that I am a very good listener of retro music, old Bollywood songs, music. I am a good listener.
Okay.
And then I realized that this is what is probably hidden in me. And I was very silently nurturing it over the entire life. Just to give a very brief status of how deep it was into me, that I used to listen to radios, Jovi. And I realized that I used to love all old Bollywood songs, but I connected very beautifully to Kishore Kumar Sahab, the great legendary singer.
Amazing.
And yes. The world is crazy about his lovely songs which he has presented.
Oh, yes.
And I started writing his songs in a small diary, red color diary, I remember, Jovi. And at the age of 15, I had 163 songs written into that red diary with the lyrics and with the musical notes, which I was never trained for.
Amazing.
Yeah, never trained for. I never knew what I was doing, but I could just reproduce the songs so beautifully. I used to think I am doing well. That's the passion which you are actually, trying to arrive at. And it is my first love, not the second love.
Wow.
It's my soul. It's my soul.
It's your soul. Amazing. So you used to write these, and over 160, and those were the days of the radio, right? The tapes had not fully come out at that time, at that age.
Imagine a radio means the song comes and goes. You can't stop it.
Correct.
But I wrote every song, maybe after listening 10 times, 20 times, every word I wrote, and I memorized their tune, their scale, their melodies, these words I never knew at that age, but I realized there was something going on inside me. Something was boiling.
Fantastic. So Tarun, you, that love of music, that love for music, you were a great listener, you said. Did you then start, trying to sing? Did you try that or anything? Did you try singing?
Good. So most important thing is the music is simply 3 steps. One is you have to be a good listener. Then God must have given you an extraordinary talent in your ear to process it. And if you are God gifted that way, then you can, third stage is reproduce from the mouth. Okay, so I'm gifted. And I used to, rehearse those songs alone, sitting alone. That is how I could really write their notes. I used to sing alone. Nobody knew about that till the age of around when I entered into my college, Delhi College of Engineering. There, I'll share with you a beautiful incident.
Please. So what happened in Delhi College of Engineering?
Yeah, how singing came into my life after being a good listener for almost 7-8 years. One day in college, I was sitting in there was a big ground in the college, and there was a common room, we used to call it, a huge room. So there I was sitting with 2 of my friends who also loved music. And I just, after talking with 3 of us, they said कि चल तरुण कुछ गा. So I took a song, मुझे नहीं याद कौन सा गाना था, मैंने उससे गाना शुरू किया. And believe me, Joby, it was a matter of around 2.5 minutes when those guys, 2 of my friends who were actually looking towards me and my back was towards the windows which were opening to the ground, they were smiling. Then suddenly I said, why the hell are you smiling? They said, turn around and look back. The windows were crowded with the students from the college who were so silently listening to that song for 3 minutes.
Wow.
That day I realized that people loved my whatever was coming from my mouth, and that was the starting of my journey.
Amazing. In a common room, just among 2-3 friends,
Yes.
spur of the moment, you start singing.
Yes.
And the college takes note of you. Wow. So did you then get on to, singing in some function or the other,
Yes.
college or anything like that? We did.
I'll share with you. 1984, I am from 1985 batch. 1984 batch from DC was a super lady batch, we used to call it, because out of some 34, 35 class, students strength, around 24, 26 were ladies, lovely ladies. And we got the chance to give them a send-off in the final year. We were in 3rd year, they were in 4th year. So they all knew, those girls knew that I sing. So they said, you sing, and with my friend, two of my friends who also used to sing, I sang few songs of, rather ghazals of great Jagjit Singh, not Kishore Kumar or anything. And trust me, there was a ghazal, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया. When I sang this ghazal, there is this typical stanza in it. तुम चले जाओगे तो सोचेंगे, हमने क्या खोया और हमने क्या पाया. Trust me, believe me, Joby, the girls were all tears. They were crying. That was a moment of my life I can never remember. I can never forget. And one lady after the show, she asked me, where did you get this knowledge and training to sing so skillfully? I thought the time has come that I have to start.
So you didn't go for any training or anything. It was just self, was it?
Absolute 100%. I have never taken any formal classes, not even once. Not even once in my life. Only riyaz which I did was from radio, and then when the internet came in, I was listening. But there are turns in life. I'll share with you how beautifully I have survived at this age.
So Tarun, you then, once college is over, then, everybody packs their bag. Okay, all talents are locked up, right? And it's kept in a store in an attic.
Absolutely.
And people, then have to get onto the treadmill of earning a living.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the talent. So
everything. That's the end of talent in 99% cases.
Correct. And are you part of that 99% where you just locked it up and you've not used that? And those were good times. Ab khatam ho gaya, ab gana sara us time chala gaya.
It happened in my life, Joby. It happened in my life, but in a very different way. I wouldn't quote names,
Please.
I was so popular in Delhi University that people pushed me into a function by a very famous organization which promotes music in Delhi.
Lovely.
And they called me for a competition where Bollywood musicians had come, Kalyanji, Anandji. And certain lyricists, very famous lyricists from Mumbai, they had come. And I was immediately given an entry. You compete, and those who will succeed, they will be taken to Mumbai and blah, 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 whatever. And that time I was thinking that I could make it as my career.
Wow. Amazing.
And what happened, I sang a song. I always would like to forget, but it's such a lovely song by Kishore Kumar Sahab. I sang that song and I just came out. Everybody, while I was moving out from the stage, from the crowd, they said, "Ye to gaya. Isko to le jayenge, baki ka competition hoga." I was so happy. Maybe my passion goes into full way into my life. But here the first bolt came into my life, into my music life. When I was when the result was out, 5 minutes prior to that, somebody came out and he told me that you are not in the list. And those people who were in the list, they were mediocre. People were saying that the result list is not right. You won't believe it. From the back, somebody passed a message that they are taking 20,000 rupees for taking the people in the finalist. So, Joby, I am answering your question. That was the nut and bolt which locked up my talent, because I still remember today that I was in slippers and on ITO footpath and I was crying. So that's how the break came into my passion. I decided I will never sing. I'll never sing again.
Sure. That must have been, really shaking, really shattering.
Yes.
It would have, questioned your many beliefs on many fronts, many fronts.
In many fronts. Yes, that's right.
And Tarun, thereafter, fast forward.
Yes.
How do you sing at all?
Well, am I right if I'm asking you that you are asking me that how it restarted?
Please.
Just came to you after 31 long years.
31 long years.
Long years, I kept listening. I kept watching those Indian Idol shows. And whenever somebody came in to sing Kishore Kumar song, I used to listen to just 2 lines and I used to shut down the TV. I could not bear what they were singing. After 31 years, one day, just somewhere in a building, I went to meet a friend. And there I saw somebody who was quite jolly, and I just was attracted. I said, "Who is this man?" He said, "He is a singer." So I laughed. I said, "Everybody is a singer." Bolo, nahi sir, he runs a studio and people come for training there. So that day I had time. I told him, "Chal, mere ko leke chal, dekhte hain." Jo bhi trust me, that guy just said कि मेरे दोस्त है और वो उसको एक मुर्गा दिख गया कि ये भी सीखेगा. उसने मुझे बैठा लिया और उन्होंने मेरे हाथ में 1100 गानों की एक लिस्ट रख दी. Every singer, every old retro singer. And he said कि आपको जो इसमें से आपसे बनता हो वो आप बता दो, आप गा लेना. मैं देखता रहा, फिर मुस्कुराते हुए, there was some around 20 odd people sitting there. मुस्कुराते हुए बोला, I said, "I can sing all these 1100 songs." He was in for a shock. कहता, "सर क्या कर रहे हैं?" मैंने कहा, "आप चूज कीजिए, I will sing." And then he gave me a song, जो भी, I sang it. And when I came out from the recording room, everybody was standing, clapping, but I didn't stop. I left that place, went out of the door and forgot it. That guy was the master in bringing my passion again. He was after me for 4 months. Ki, "Sir, please join my studio." I joined a studio. He used me as a visiting card to all newcomers. He has trained me. Sorry to say that. But then after 6-7 months, I left that place because I was not liking it. Because there was nothing for me to learn there. And within 1.5 months, I did my first live show on the stage.
First live show on stage.
Right, yes. Because I got another friend who was also burning the same way with this desire. He approached me, "Tarunji, can we do it?" I said, "Let's do it." And that was us. Once in a year's super hit show in the city of Indore.
Wow.
That was the start of my life. And when I was 51.
So in your 50s, you reignite this passion that has been lying there,
Yes.
and onto the stage. It's not in amongst 3-4 friends in a drawing room. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's on the stage. It's on the big stage.
Directly onto the stage. Yes.
And this is a show for public, and people are, there are hundreds of people. Wow.
Yes. People went crazy. They never heard somebody singing so lively by heart. I don't know what all they said. Again, restart.
And Tarun, that has started off, and kicked off a whole journey where you are now performing, on several stages right across many places. You keep going for a lot of functions, and you're called. And that is now once again, so it's become once again part of your life. Here's an engineer who could have been anywhere on the world.
Absolutely.
Presenting, and you'll know a lot of your colleagues, etc., who are doing that, who are presenting on the world stage, presentations, reports on how the company is doing. And here you are on the stage,
yes,
performing your love for music.
I would rather give you a word, rather performing my soul emotions. Joby, you asked me, you would ask me that, how does it affect my life, my music? The biggest problem with people is that they cannot express their happiness, their emotions, their pain, their sadness, the jovial inside person inside them. They don't know ways how to do it. And because then, even if you would say do that, nobody's interested in your emotions. But I can make people dance. I can make people cry. I have seen people crying with bursting into tears in my shows, because when I did Sanjida Kishore, he's the king of painful melodies also.
Oh yes.
Joby, that's why it is my soul, because I am able to express myself, and I am able to connect it to the pains of people, to the happiness in people, to the losses and profits and the gains of their lives, which they somehow want to connect. I am a person, I'm a media. I am the path by which they are able to reconnect to themselves.
Absolutely. Amazing. Tarun, this is absolutely amazing. And you also have a YouTube channel. What I'm going to do is, Tarun, I'm also going to put, your YouTube channel link, below. Going on, right, Tarun? There's no stopping.
Absolutely no stopping. I still do Riyaz I don't do it daily now, because I have taken it in such a way. When I just got 2 shows booked today. So whenever I take 10-15 songs for that show, I again sit down with the originals, the songs which I've sung more than 100-200 times. I still sit down once again with the original and see, how can I still touch the original? How can I still reach where that great man reached? That's my riyaz, and I never leave it, because every time I refine myself, and it is a process which will go till the last breath of my life. I'm never stopping.
Absolutely lovely, Tarun. Tarun, I want to thank you for taking out your precious time to be on this channel. Share your love, your views, your journey with our viewers. Thank you once again, Tarun, for coming on the show, on this channel.
I would just say, with a vote of thanks to you for bringing me to such a lovely platform, that Joby, pass on my message to everyone who is living today, specifically to your youngsters, that फिल्म कालिया का एक डायलॉग था कि प्राण साहब बोलते हैं अमिताभ बच्चन को कि कामयाबी के जिस घोड़े पे सवार होकर तुम बेतहाशा दौड़ते चले जा रहे हो, तुम ये नहीं जानते हो कि ये सफर किसी महल में खत्म होगा या किसी काल कोठरी में. सो दोस्त, हम अपने जिंदगी को जीते चले जा रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारे अंदर एक अलग आर्टिस्ट है, एक इंसान, एक कलाकार है हर इंसान में, जो कुछ ना कुछ बहुत पसंद करता है, जिसको वो कर नहीं पाता, बिकॉज एज यू राइटली सेड, फॉर द ब्रेड एंड बटर फाइट. So at the end of the day or end of the week, just isolate yourself and sit down and ask yourself, what is it that I want to do, what I love?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you again.